Guys, I'm trying to tell you this spooky story, and every single time I try to tell you it, my phone loses its charge so quickly, it's insane. So please don't watch this at night, and please don't watch this alone. Something is going on. Also, I just want to say, if you want to send me your spooky, scary stories, my email is in my bio. It's kaisaspooky@gmail.com. I love them. Keep sending them to me, guys. So this story was sent to me by a girl named Evelyn. Evelyn said that the women in her family have always experienced really crazy paranormal things. She also said that her mother, Amy was her name, dabbled in a lot of things when she was younger, like Ouija boards and seances and graveyards, stuff like that. Remember this because I think this is important to the story. First, I'm going to tell a story of her great-grandmother. So her great-grandmother had a doctor's office, and the doctor's office was in this huge house. It looked like a Victorian house, and there was a wraparound porch. One day, when she was going to her doctor's office, she saw a lady in a chair sitting on the porch. She walked up to the porch, and she's polite, so she starts talking to the lady. They talk for about 15 minutes, and then she decides that she's going to go inside and go to her doctor's appointment. Now, one thing about the conversation they had is the lady told her that she was actually the doctor's mother. She told her name. So when Evelyn's grandmother goes into the doctor's office, she tells the doctor, "Oh, I just met your mother outside." And the doctor goes, "What? My mother has been dead for years." So this really freaked out her great-grandmother, but as I said, a lot of crazy things had happened to the women in their family, so she was kind of desensitized to it. Other things would happen to her when she was laying in bed. There were times when all of a sudden she would feel something on her legs, and then she would feel a yank, and someone would literally be pulling her down off of her bed. Now the story gets absolutely crazier, and you need to know who is in the family and who is in the house, because the house is freaking haunted. So Evelyn's mother lived with her mom, her dad, and her two brothers. Both of her brothers were older. Daniel was a year older and Mike was 7 years older. So Amy, her mother, also had a best friend named Emily that lived down the street from them. Emily would come over all the time. She was really comfortable with the family, and she would just walk through the door. Sometimes she would do this unannounced, and one day when she did this, she walked through the door, she sees Amy crouching in the corner of the room like this. And she's hiding, and she's like, "Oh, she's trying to scare me. I'm gonna scare her first." So she jumps in front of her and she tries to scare her, and Amy says nothing, does nothing, just stares at her. So Emily is a little confused by this, but she was like, "Fine, whatever, I'm gonna go in your room, I'll be in your room." Emily then goes upstairs, she goes in Amy's room. Amy is in her room. So that person crouching in the corner downstairs was not Amy. She said that this was not the last time that this apparition had been seen. The next time it happened to her brother, Dan, and he had an absolute panic attack over it. He said that he was walking through the door after practice one day, and he sees Amy just laying on the floor. She's looking up the TV, but the TV is off. So she's just laying on the floor looking up the TV, and there's music playing upstairs in her bedroom. So Dan is like, "Listen, go turn your music off if you're gonna be down here." And he just looks over at him and gives him the most evil glare. So he's kind of like, "What the hell? Fine, I'll go turn off the music." So he goes upstairs, and you guessed it, Amy is in her room. This seems like an incredibly intelligent entity to me that knows how to freak people out. So he has an ever-loving fit over this, and they actually have to call their mom, Evelyn's grandmother, back home from work to calm him down. She said that other creepy stuff, like really creepy stuff, would happen, like her mom would be laying on the couch, and all of a sudden she would look over, and there would be something creeping over the couch, looking at her with red, nappy hair, really short, about the height of the couch. So whatever it was actually having to crouch down to like look over at her. Nope. She said she would see this all the time, but also like she got desensitized to it, so whenever she would see it, she would just try to pretend like it wasn't there. So what do you guys think? Do you think that the fact that her mom was doing seances and playing with Ouija boards has anything to do with the fact that people were seeing her everywhere when it wasn't her? Evelyn and I would like to know what you think, so drop it in the comments. Evelyn actually sent me like a huge long list of stories, so there are more stories. If you want to hear them, drop them in the comments. They do get even creepier. I like to save the best for last. I hope you guys liked this story. If you liked it, and only if you liked it, please drop a comment and hit that like button. And if you want more stories, hit that follow button, because I give them every single day. Guys, like I said, my email is in my bio. Do not stop sending me your scary stories. You guys mean so much to me. The support that you have shown me is unbelievable, and I love you guys so much for that. Seriously, every single one of you, thank you. Have a wonderful night. Have a spooky night, and I will see you in the next one.